Hey, Mom.
So I'm here today with Thanasis,
Nice.
and we're going to talk about, he's here and doing your thesis here, or?
I'm doing a whole Masters.
Your whole Masters here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you just want to, I'm interested, so what are you taking exactly as your...
Well, my Master's is business.
Your Masters is in business?
Yeah, but we have 7 tracks, and I'm taking the digital business, which is basically what you can understand from digital business. It's all the digitized methods that you can use to conduct business, all the methods that you can use to track your business. It involves entrepreneurship with new technologies, AI. Yeah, but my first paper when I got here in October, my first paper was in October, I got here in August, was about the Google car, the Google driverless car.
The Google driver's car?
Driverless.
Oh, okay, yeah, the driverless cars, yeah.
And
so, for the, what I know about the self-driving cars for Google is that they had a few tests, but what do you, I know the big problem about it is the liability.
Actually, that's not a problem, because the car, not a certain car, but the algorithm that runs on every car has already driven, I think 3 million miles.
3 million.
Yeah, and the fact with machine learning is that the more you drive, the better you get. So the first machine learning program ever created was a program playing chess. And the interesting stuff is that when the machine learning algorithm first was created, they made it play with a kid, and it lost.
Yeah,
in
it
its
lost
first
to the
game.
kid.
Yeah, and then they let it play, I don't know how many games, for a couple of days, all the time, play games, and then it went and
it beat the kid?
Beat Kasparov, the world champion in chess.
The world champion.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This is crazy.
No, I used to play a lot of chess when I was younger. Did you ever get into chess, or?
Yeah. My best friend and I had this really big dispute in chess.
Yeah, a big rivalry. Yeah. No, I had.
He's better than me though.
Yeah, no. My roommates, my old roommates back home, they got a chessboard, and my one roommate beat all of them. He's like, "Oh, I'm the best," and I just came in, and we played 4 games since, I don't know, we only play once a month because he gets butt hurt about me beating him all the time. It's just because he takes it so seriously, but I've been playing chess for a long time. I always played a lot of chess with my father and all my friends when I was younger. So I caught on pretty quick. You always gotta be 5 or 6 steps ahead of them, you know what I mean? Think about 5 or 6 steps ahead, but yeah, no, I don't know. I've never played it on a computer, so I don't know how to.
I don't think you can beat the hard.
Well, obviously, probably not the one that's made to specifically beat somebody. If you put
it wasn't actually made to beat Kasparov. It was just they just wanted to try to see how smart the computer can get in a single task, because basically that wasn't AI. Okay, it was machine learning.
Yeah.
But AI revolves around the idea that the machine is able to take decisions on its own, and with this program, with the chess program, it took the decisions, but it took such a small range of decisions. They only had to do with chess. So if you break them down in step to step, it's basically computational methods to find what's the best move to do. It's not actually AI, but it was one of the first signs that we can create programs that can learn from practice.
True, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, for your studies, you said you are writing your thesis, is it?
I'm writing my thesis, but it's not on AI.
It's what is your thesis on?
My thesis is on agile work methods and startups. And I'll explain what agile is. Agile is basically comes from software development. That's where it began.
Yeah.
And it was a reaction to the heavyweight approaches they had until the 2000s for implementing code into a program. And it basically has to do with the fact that from the from the moment that you begin to work on a project, let's say a program or a game, whatever, it's amazingly difficult to be able to predict. I mean, you have a final goal, but you cannot start and work towards the final goal without any obstructions and things to change and bugs and stuff like that. And that's why Agile was created. Agile is based on small iterations, small sprints.
What was that called?
Agile methodologies.
Okay.
It's based on small iterations, small sprints. So, let's say, for example, that you have the Spotify app, okay?
Okay.
So the Agile approach for that would be that a team works only in the, let's say, release radar, which is a machine learning algorithm that learns from what you like to hear and suggests new songs that are related to what you hear.
So the algorithm is based off of what people like to hear?
Mm-hmm.
So how does is that just some crazy coding or something?
No, it's just a machine learning algorithm. It's just like what Amazon does when you go and buy a product and they say that you can also buy this one, you would like this one.
Oh, okay.
There are two ways to predict that. The first way is to see what other people who bought the same thing also bought.
Okay.
But you need a lot of people for that. You need a big sample.
Yeah.
You cannot suggest someone to buy something out of 3 people that have already bought
you
it.
need very big samples for that.
Yeah, and then there's another way to have certain characteristics on its product, like the category of the product, if it's tech product or if it's a clothing product, and then subcategories that characterize the product even further, so that the algorithm can know that, let's say, Alex bought this hat, this New York Knicks hat, so he's likely to buy something else from sports, and he's totally inclined towards New York Knicks because he just bought a New York Knicks hat. So they would propose another New York Knicks apparel,
Apparel.
yeah, or a hat from another NBA team, or I don't know how exactly those algorithms work, but that's the point.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That as much as they work and they compute, they learn.
Yeah, so they learn from basically every customer, or like they gather all the data from every purchase basically.
Yes.
So that's how obviously they're getting some big samples. But how does it take into effect if they're the same customers coming in? Do you know that, or
like the same customers?
You know what I mean? Because if you have the same 10 customers come in, but it's still computing to the fact that these new customers, do they count them as new customers every time, or?
Of course it does, but the fact that we say it computes it, it doesn't mean that it takes that much time. It doesn't even take the time that it takes us to say that it computes it. It takes it I don't know, 0.1 millisecond. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe a millisecond
it's
to compute it.
Instantaneous. Okay,